bear soup, bat soup, and stinky eggs. In this video, we're going to look at 15 most unusual foods that only exist in China. Number 15. Silkworms. While eating worms might sound unusual to you, various cultures around the world don't mind cooking your favorite insects. A common delicacy in China is the silkworm, which can be cooked in several ways. To make this bearable, they eat it with vegetables and soy sauce. Sometimes they add these worms to a stir-fry. Can you imagine that? On other occasions, the Chinese add it to their rice, noodles, or any other meal they fancy. Sounds a bit strange, but these guys enjoy eating silkworms. Perhaps you're feeling adventurous. Why not try this on your first trip to China? Number 14. Snake soup. Most of us can't stand the sight of a snake. Aside from looking scary and ready to bite, a snake's venom would knock you out in an instant. Why then would anyone want to make snake soup? In China, this unusual soup is common and is usually eaten during the winter. Even though the soup looks really good, it's filled with the insides of a snake. Ugh, can you believe that? Before I get completely irritated, most people say it tastes like chicken. Would you eat this if it tastes like chicken? Yeah, no, I wouldn't. Number 13. Scorpions. Come on, why would anyone want to eat scorpions? As crazy as that sounds, eating scorpions in China is sort of normal. You can find it on the streets, and you can get a number for a few dollars. Usually they're found on a skewer stick and are very popular in Beijing, China's capital city. These Chinese delicacies are usually crunchy, and you can munch on them before an actual meal. The Chinese believe this weird food can cure some conditions and can even make you warmer in winter. That could be true, but it doesn't make this food any less weird. Number 12. Bird on a stick. Yes, you heard that one right. In China, you can see an entire bird roasted on a stick, ready for sale. These birds are usually called street birds, but in reality, they could be pigeons or other small birds. To make this tasty, the vendors dip the bird in marinade before roasting. What you get is this shiny delicacy, which kind of looks enticing. Roasted street bird is also a common food in Beijing, Shanghai, and other big cities. Wouldn't be such a bad idea to try this one out, right? Number 11. Fried seahorses. Would this list get any less weird? I don't think so. You've probably seen a seahorse on TV. They're cute, small, and look so much like a horse. However, in China, nobody cares about that. They just want to see these seahorses on their plates. You can easily find this delicacy in the market, and they can also be served with soups, rice, and noodles. If you ever get to eat one, make sure you watch out for your teeth. These seahorses have sharp edges that can cause injuries. Also, the Chinese believe that this food can keep you young. In fact, an ancient Chinese proverb says that seahorses can make an 80-year-old man stay young. Do you believe that? If you think these were crazy, now we're going to take a look at turtle shell jelly, soup made from bird spit and the penis of a sheep. Number 10. Tortoise jelly. At our number 10 spot is a jelly-like Chinese dish, the tortoise or turtle jelly. Now here's one meal you wouldn't find just anywhere in China. This is because this food is believed to be medicinal, and the Chinese also believe that it can improve blood circulation and make you stronger. Also, they believe that eating this food regularly will make your skin more beautiful. To make this dish, you would need a number of herbal products and a turtle's bottom shell. How are we supposed to find that? Anyway, if you're in search of bigger muscles, this could be the perfect Chinese meal for you. Number 9. Bird spit soup. If you think tortoise jelly sounds weird, then the bird spit soup will blow your mind. There's no joking around. This soup is made from the actual nest of a bird. Wouldn't that be smelly and dirty? Well, I had the same thought. This soup is made from the nest of a bird called swiftlet. Just like a bat, this bird enjoys living in a dark cave. But it gets even creepier. The nest of this bat is made out of its own saliva. To cook this food, the Chinese soak it in water and then steam it afterwards. Like other food on this list, they believe it has many health benefits. Number 8. Sheep penis. We're allowed to eat whatever we want, but do we really want to eat the penis of a sheep? As strange as that may sound, it's a popular dish in China. The reproductive organ of this animal is cut, boiled, and then seasoned with curry. Why do they eat this? Once again, they believe that eating this food has several health benefits. I don't think I'd be trying this anytime, despite the supposed health benefits. It kind of looks strange, don't you think? Number 7. Chicken testicles. Does this get any better? At our number 7 spot is a food that can make you throw up. Chicken balls. First of all, this food looks really odd. They look like boiled soft white beans. On the inside, it's soft and squishy. But would I be willing to eat this? Definitely not. The testicles can be boiled or fried, and they're usually served with rice or noodles. Guess what? Most Chinese children love eating this food. Fortunately, this meal is 100% healthy for the human body. Number 6. Stinky tofu. Going by the name, you can tell this food would have a terrible smell. Well, you're right. You can smell stinky tofu from a block away. This means that if your neighbors are making this food, you will definitely smell it in your bedroom. To make this food, the Chinese dip the tofu in a mixture that contains vegetables, milk, and meat. If it smells bad, why do people still eat it? I guess its tastiness is out of this world. The Chinese say it tastes like soft cheese. I guess we'd have to find out when we get to China. Number 5. Balut. Take a second to imagine boiling the unhatched egg from a mother hen. Sounds weird, right? This kind is similar to a special Chinese delicacy, balut. However, balut is made from the eggs of ducks. To make this meal, Chinese will boil and cook this egg with the developing baby duck still inside. But it's not at all creepy to the Chinese, who love this delicacy so much. To enjoy the meal, they advise pushing the egg aside and sipping the liquid inside. No, I'm definitely not doing that. Will you? Number 4. Tuna eyeball. The Chinese eat the testicles of a chicken, the penis of a sheep, scorpions. Surely a tuna's eyeball is nothing to them. Just like most other meals on this list, tuna eyeball is quite a popular choice in China. In fact, the food is also very popular in Japan. While there are several ways you can cook this meal, some people in China prefer to eat it raw. Yes, you heard that right. Strangely, this also has some health benefits. Take a look at this dish. Staring at it could even get you scared. However, on your first visit to China, make sure you try this last, as they can quickly mess up your stomach. Starting out, things get serious. It's now time to look at eggs that can make you puke, a soup with an entire bat in it, and then finally, a soup that contains the paw of a bear. Number 3. 1,000-year-old eggs. Contrary to what you might be thinking, these eggs are not 1,000 years old. They're just over 100 days old. To make this meal, duck eggs are mixed with lime, ashes, and clay. Yes, clay. But why would anyone want clay in their food? And the ashes, isn't that supposed to be unhealthy? Anyway, this combination is soaked in water and salt for 100 days. By the time you open it, the yolk will be green, and the white part will turn dark brown. This would be kind of smelly, right? Well, the Chinese eat it that way. They say it tastes like cheese covered in cream, but I really doubt that. If it smells so bad, how can we enjoy the food? Number 2. Bat soup. At our number 2 spot is a delicacy you have probably heard of, bat soup. Bat soup is a Chinese dish that millions of people have eaten for several years. Now let's talk about how unusual this food is. First and foremost, the bat meat isn't cut into tiny pieces. Instead, an entire bat is usually thrown right into the soup. Also, while eating, you'll see the hair and wings of the bat inside your soup. If none of that bothers you, the Chinese say it is a really delicious meal. Perhaps you can try it out if you ever travel to China. Now we move on to the moment you've all been waiting for. Number 1. Bear paw soup. If the bat soup had you covering your eyes, then you might want to sit this one out. The bear paw soup, at first glance, looks like some sort of joke. It's like it had the hand of a baby right inside. But first, this is no joke. Secondly, it's not the hand of a baby, but that of a bear. As crazy as it sounds, it's a dish you can easily find in China. According to Chinese folk stories, people believe that taking this soup would make them stronger. But to make this soup, hunters have to cut off the paws of innocent bears, who would then have to make do with 3 legs instead of 4. Going to China soon? Be sure not to have this on your food list. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon.